Hi everybody, welcome to the episode of Widgets and Wonders. This is my show about great products from small companies. Now today we're going to take a look at a new product from Gamers Grass, who predominantly made like flock materials, things like static grass, flock, clump, foliage, and stuff like that up until now, and are now working in the world of bases with a new series called Battle Ready Bases. These are bases ready to put on your miniatures right out of the blister pack, and they look fantastic. So I'll be using them on a miniature series for Infinity, which is my Caledonians, as they're perfect for that, and of course on my TAC stuff as well, which is the Russians from Ariadne, when I start working on them, hopefully in the future. But yeah, let's take a look at it right now, and you can check out some Battle Ready bases ready to go for your miniatures out of the box. So here they are, the Battle Ready bases from Gamers Grass. Now, these are super cool. They're basically the most popular sizes right now. You've got 50 mil, I believe, Highland, 40 mil, and then 25 mil. So all your standard sort of GW sizes, and there's two styles here. There's the Highland style, which is this one right here, which of course is what I'm gonna do my Highlanders in, because that just makes sense. And it is sort of a mix of small flowers, rocks, and turf, and these are all resin cast based. I'll show you a bit closer in a second. I'm just gonna pull up the pack so you can actually see them. And then there is this one right here, which is the winter bases, and they are again rocks, different styles of static grass, of course, than the summery Highland ones, and some snow as well. And that snow looks like it's sort of like a snow paste, basically. They're all held down, you can see, with hot glue. I've pulled a couple off to play with them, which is why they're loose right now. And they're ready to go right out of the box. They're already painted. These ones haven't even been opened yet, so you can see here how nice they are. Now, what's nice is they are resin, so I'll pop this one because it's already got some loose ones. So I played with a couple of these. Solid resin cast bases. They've been primed and painted with some basic dry brushing and stuff, so they're ready to rock and roll, and of course had Gamers Grass tufts and stuff applied to them. Now what's great about them being resin is you can do what I did, and to drill them out, to magnetize them. So these ones, I just went and grabbed a 3/16 drill, drilled out some mounts, put some magnets in, and you can see they're ready to rock and roll. And I've done them to, I guess, all 30 of the 25 mil bases I have. My Cameronian size base here as well. My tractor mules are going to go on this for my Caledonians, and I'll have lots and lots of like ready to go bases. And when that's done, you can magnetize your dudes. So here's what I've painted and put on so far. The one thing you will of course have to do is paint your miniatures separate from their bases, because you're not going to prime over this because they're already done. And so what I did was I just sort of lightly tacked, I pinned them to flat bases. You could also just paint them on a tab, on a pair of calipers, or on a vise or something like that if you wanted to. Pulled them off. There's even instructions, I believe, on there's on this one, I think it's on the back. Yep, there you go, how to do it. Apply glue to the feet of your model. Press against the base and hold it firmly in place for a few seconds. You can press your model against the grass or the rocks and start rolling some dice. Now I'd recommend you drill a hole, which is what I did, and mount the feet right into a piece of the resin base. And because they're resin, they are super duper easy to do that too. And these guys were just pinned right on here. So you got a Highlander Gray, a Mormare with a Type 2 rifle, and a couple Galwegians just with broadswords. Because, you know, in the crazy far anime future, what you want to be fighting with is swords. But they started off life like this over here. You can see I've just put them on bases. I've lightly tacked one foot down with a pin, and then what I do is that once they're painted, I gently sort of get a hobby knife underneath the foot, pop them off, and then drill a hole in the bases, and that's it. Like, I've done nothing to these bases except for after I was done just from handling them, because it's just primer, I painted the lips black again, and then sealed them with some Tester's dull coat. So they're all finished. But yeah, super easy, like a huge time saver for me not doing bases, because I'm just assembling miniatures then painting them. And wow, like what a finish. If you want something that looks great and is really easy, these bases just nail it, like right on the money. And I'm super impressed by them. So I'm stoked to finish this army and then start working on the TAC stuff for the Russian sectorial for Ariadne as well. Once the Caledonians are sort of finished, these guys are going to be used for as an Infinity ITS league that I'm running here in Niagara to help out a local retailer as my war core duties. I've got some other cool stuff here. This is just some early stuff they sent, which I'll sort of like show off as a bonus. There's some alien grass. It's so weird. I kind of love it. 6 mil alien blue grass tufts. And then this spiky grass stuff, which I might actually use for some of my Drowned Earth miniatures. And it's almost like a little cacti. It's very like, it's very different. I don't know how they've done it. It also is like vines, and there's static grass popping off the vines, but they're really unique. And I'm pretty stoked to try that stuff out too. But yeah, nailed it with these battle ready bases. Like if you're looking for great looking bases that are basically just done, man, you could definitely do worse. It's pretty amazing, and it's a huge time saver instead of doing it yourself. And yeah, and I think the plan is that eventually these are like successful. Just from chatting with the owner, they might do more different styles and stuff, but these were sort of the two that made the most sense to start off with, right? Because they're kind of based on the same thing, but they're different styles. So the Highland stuff and the winter stuff, which are just great natural looking bases, great for 40K, great for Infinity, of course, which is what I'm using them for, and of course lots of other games. So yeah, check it out. All the links will be below for battle ready bases from Gamergrass. So you got another great product from a small company. Now, if you know a product that you think deserves more attention, you can have them email me at guerrillaminiaturegames@gmail.com or Facebook message me at facebook.com/outofthebasement and into the streets. And I'll put it in front of as many people as possible. So we'll see you next week for another Widgets and Wonders. Until then, I'm Ash. Happy Wargaming. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.